The morning started like any other. I sipped my coffee, checking emails, mentally preparing for the team meeting. Little did my new boss, Olivia, know I was the majority shareholder of the company she had just taken over. Olivia was young, confident, and ambitious. She strutted into the office like she owned it, unaware that I literally did. Minutes into the meeting, she started questioning my decisions, criticizing my strategies, and, without hesitation, announced, "I think it's best if we let you go. Your approach isn't aligned with my vision." The room went silent. Colleagues looked shocked, some glancing at me, unsure how I would react. I smiled calmly. "Olivia, I think there's a misunderstanding." She raised an eyebrow. "Excuse me." I stood, letting my chair scrape the floor. "You just fired me. But, in case you forgot, I'm the majority shareholder of this company." The words hung in the air. I watched as her confident facade cracked. Her eyes widened, disbelief flashing across her face. "Majority shareholder," she stammered. I nodded, letting the pause stretch for dramatic effect. "Yes, Olivia. The one who approves budgets, strategies, and your employment, including your decision to fire me." The room erupted in murmurs. Colleagues whispered, some trying to hide their smiles, others clearly entertained by the irony. She stumbled over words. I didn't know. I raised a hand, letting her panic play out. "Relax. It's okay. That's why we have these meetings." I pulled out my phone and showed her the official documents confirming my majority stake in the company. Her hands trembled as she read, realizing the enormity of her blunder. The laughter in the room was subtle but unanimous. Even her assistant couldn't hide a grin. "Looks like you just fired the person who owns the company," I said, my tone calm but firm. She swallowed hard. I apologize. I had no idea. I meant no disrespect." I chuckled lightly. "No harm done. But maybe next time, check who actually controls the shares before making bold moves." From that moment on, the dynamic completely shifted. She treated me with newfound respect, carefully measuring her words and actions. The next meeting was fun. I watched her navigate the room cautiously, realizing her mistakes had been both humbling and enlightening. It was a reminder that power isn't always about titles. Sometimes, it's about ownership, both literal and figurative. By the end of the week, she had apologized formally to the board and myself, promising to approach decisions more thoughtfully. I smiled, knowing that this little episode had set a new tone in the office. Confidence was good, but arrogance without awareness was dangerous. The team appreciated the humor too. Morale lifted as people quietly marveled at the irony, how the new boss had unknowingly fired the one who owned the company. In the following months, Olivia became a capable leader, guided by the lesson she had learned that day. And I enjoyed the occasional reminder of that morning whenever a meeting started to feel tense. It was a story everyone remembered, a legendary tale of office irony, power, and humility. Sometimes, life has a way of reminding people to check their facts before making bold decisions. And that morning was a perfect example.